exploring what the Vatican knows about intelligent extraterrestrial beings. Not long ago, we published an article detailing the most recent leaks made by WikiLeaks' Julian Assange, which included the disclosure of more emails connected to the Clinton campaign. This time, it was John Podesta's account, showing multiple emails from Dr. Edgar Mitchell, Apollo 14 astronaut, showing how Mitchell, 1940 to 2016, had big plans, and big meetings set up. Edgar Mitchell was very active in moving the disclosure process by discussing the matter with various contacts inside of the White House and Pentagon, along with the Disclosure Project's Dr. Stephen Greer. Here is one of the emails that was recently released by WikiLeaks, and it mentions the Vatican. Dear John, as 2015 unfolds, I understand you are leaving the administration in February. It is urgent that we agree on a date and time to meet to discuss disclosure and zero-point energy, at your earliest available after your departure. My Catholic colleague Terry Mansfield will be there too, to bring us up to date on the Vatican's awareness of ETA. Another colleague is working on a new space treaty, citing involvement with Russia and China. However, with Russia's extreme interference in Ukraine, I believe we must pursue another route for peace in space and ZPE on Earth. I met with President Obama's Honolulu childhood friend, U.S. Ambassador Pamela Hamamoto on July 4 at the U.S. mission in Geneva, when I was able to tell her briefly about zero-point energy. I believe we can enlist her as a confidant and resource in our presentation for President Obama. I appreciate Aaron's assistance in working with Terry to set up our meeting. As you can imagine, the topic of extraterrestrial life dives into various subtopics, and one of them is the religious interpretation of extraterrestrials, and there are many. The first step, however, seems to be to have religious people accept the fact that ET doesn't have to contradict what they believe in. For the past few years, the world's largest church has played a major role in the alien debate. For example, Monsignor Corrado Balducci, a longtime friend of Pope John Paul II and the Vatican's leading exorcist, is one of multiple people from within the Vatican who has been very outspoken about extraterrestrials. On multiple occasions, he has stated that contact between humans and extraterrestrials has already happened. The existence of these beings is real. We can't have doubts. In 2005, Vatican astronomer Guy Consolmino said that humankind is facing a future discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence. In 2008, Vatican chief astronomer Father José Gabriel Funes stated that the discovery of intelligent extraterrestrial life, and its existence on a planet other than Earth, doesn't contradict their faith. Ask yourself this question: why would all of these Vatican authorities speak so openly and passionately about the subject? Perhaps there is something going on here? The email from Dr. Mitchell certainly hints to that possibility, and the constant discussions regarding extraterrestrials coming out of the Vatican in the form of public statements also does. As for Pope Francis, this is what he has had to say: he created beings and allowed them to develop according to the internal laws that he gave to each one, so that they were able to develop and to arrive at their fullness of being. He gave autonomy to the beings of the universe at the same time at which he assured them of his continuous presence, giving being to every reality. And so creation continued for centuries and centuries, millennia and millennia, until it became which we know today, precisely because God is not a demiurge or a magician, but the Creator who gives being to all things. He has also said that extraterrestrial beings would be welcomed, and that he would try to have them baptized. Guy Consolmino, mentioned earlier, has expressed the same sentiment. In most cases, religion actually confirms the existence of life beyond our own world. For example, in Sikhism, God did not limit life to our planet, but created it throughout the cosmos. In Islam, God created other planets similar to Earth, full of other life forms. Islam also speaks of the jinn, multidimensional creatures who can be good or evil. In Christianity, there are various interpretations of life beyond our own world, and in many ancient Vedic scriptures we have the same. The list goes on and on. Another discussion that's going to stem from any type of ET disclosure and the religious interpretation from certain places, is deception and misinformation. If you think about it, This might not be the easiest process, especially because we are dealing with people's belief systems here. As many of you probably already know, the Vatican has been shrouded in massive sex abuse scandals, and accused of hiding and concealing ancient knowledge inside of its library. Whether they've used religion as a form of control, and plan on doing the same thing when it comes to extraterrestrial life, who knows? Pope Francis has been making a lot of positive headlines lately, which seems to have many people confused, given the fact that a massive amount of people perceive an organization like the Vatican to be a dark one, just as many people perceive it to be a good one.